Hi everyone, I'm Steve from Knights of England. This is Karr, and today I'm answering your questions. Hey guys, so question number one. Who am I and who's behind Knights of England? Well, Knights of England was formed back in 1999 by myself, Steve, and another guy called Neil. Now, Knights of England initially in 1999 was not a business. We set it up as a web page way back in the early days of the internet, or early days for us at least, just to showcase the fact that we owned a Pontiac Trans Am, both of us, and we were in the process of building a replica. Neil was the brains behind all of the electronics from day one, and I was the fabricator. So it was a good combination to get together. Very shortly after starting Knights of England, we received our very first order, someone asking us, could we build them a scanner? Now, that's another question later on about, will we ever build them again? But actually, that was our very first product, building the Knight Rider scanner. So we built that for a guy called Pete Warner. Pete Warner is still part of Knights of England, but he's not actively on the internet or supporting us in a way that people would see, but he's always there in the background and he's been a great support. And we certainly wouldn't be here today without Pete's help. We have had other help from another guy called Rob Pearson. Rob Pearson also lives in England, and he's been responsible for building these amazing gull wings in the past and supporting with some of our other products as well. Today, Knights of England is primarily operated by myself and Neil, still doing the fabrication and the electronics, and myself working mainly on the social media side of things. So question two, what sets our products aside from other people? Well, you could say the customer service is one aspect of that. We've always stood by our products. Even when they're well out of warranty, many, many years later, we'll still service them and repair them at cost price for people. We've done that forever. All we ask is that you send them back at your cost. You pay for the repair costs of them, so any components they need, and of course the return postage. But we do stand by all of our products and always have done. So customer service is one of our strong parts, I would say. Then we've got the designs. Now, the electronics, we were very fortunate to meet Michael Chaffee in the past. In fact, the first time we met him, that would have been way back, in the 2000s, I would say early 2000s, when we were over in Vegas at one of the replica Knight Rider conventions. And we got chatting with him there. In fact, no, the very first time we met him was before that. It would have been probably 2006-ish, I think. And we were in Bottrop at Warner Brother World, and Michael was there at that event. I'm sure he was there at that event. Could be wrong. But anyway, we met Michael. Michael Chaffee was the main designer of all of the KITT electronics in the early season 1 and 2. And he also did the concept drawings for the season 3-4 stuff. Now, we were able to get some of his designs. So we were able to replicate not only from TV still frames, how we did it in the early days, but also using his designs. So I think the authenticity of our product and its design and the way it looks really stands out from some of the other people that have produced stuff in the past. The main thing, though, is definitely the functionality. Neil has spent most of his life really working on making the electronics that we supply for the car the most functional that anyone ever does. Our electronics are built in show mode. They're fully dimmable, so when they're too bright at night, you've got a full range of dimming, not just an on-off switch for the dimmer. You've got all of the functions that you would normally have in the car and many, many more besides. We also have self-diagnostics built into the electronics. Hello, butterfly. Come to say hello. So we've got the electronics, which will also diagnose themselves if they ever do go faulty. We've got input test mode, output test mode, and a lot more besides as well. So I think, to sum it up, it's the authenticity, because we've worked off the original designs, the functionality, and definitely the customer service. Question 3. What inspired you to start this business? Well, as I've already said, what inspired us to start Knights of England was really just a website to share the passion that we had for the cars and the fact we were building these products. Then when we received our first order, we thought, well, if we can help build a few of these things for people and then maybe make a few quid on top of that, we can use that money to reinvest to try and get the products to a state where they really are the best available anywhere. We certainly couldn't afford to purchase them from America at the time, neither Neil or myself. So building them was really the only way we could move forward. Around 2000, we decided to formally create Knights of England as a business and incorporate it so that we could actually run the business correctly and pay all our taxes as everybody should do. And since then, really, we've not really made a great deal of money for ourselves. We've reinvested all of the money that we've had over the time in recreating the products and building them up to be what they are today. Next question: do you have a favourite season? Well, got to be season 3, 4. Absolutely love the single TV dashboard. Season 1 and 2, Darth Vader's bathroom, was amazing. It was definitely what inspired us in the early days. But for me, season 3 is probably the best one. Wasn't a great fan of Super Pursuit mode, I have to say. Some would say it killed the show. Next question: who is my favourite character, Michael or KITT? It's a good question. I'm going to say actually my favourite character isn't either KITT or Michael. It's actually the bond that they have between them, how they bounce off each other, how they've always got each other's back. I think it's that bond between the two characters which is the thing that really inspired me. And the fact, of course, one man can make a difference. If I had to choose, I'd probably say the Karr. What got you hooked on Knight Rider? Well, as most children were back in 1982, I was 7 years of age. It came on TV. I saw the sleek design of the car. I saw the dashboard. The stories, they were great, but they weren't really what inspired me, what got me hooked. It was the fantasy of the talking car, the car that could jump and it was indestructible. For me, that's definitely what got me hooked. Next question: what are we working on right now? Well, at the moment, this particular vehicle we're sat in, my own replica of Karr, is going off to be painted again soon because its paint job has just suffered over the years. It's been about 15 years now since it was painted. So a personal project for me is getting the interior repainted and getting the exterior of the car painted. For Knights of England, we're working very diligently to try and get our latest version of Season 4 electronics released to the public, and we hope to have that done by the end of the year. It's been a long time coming. Unfortunately, Neil doesn't work full-time on the electronics, and his evenings are very, very busy. We've just been working on stuff for Ultracon up in Doncaster, so that's taken the last 4 weeks of his time. But we're very close to completing the new version of electronics, and we hope to have those out, like I say, before Christmas. Okay, the next question's a good one. Will we be making Season 1, 2 electronics? Good question. Honestly, to say yes or no right now, I would potentially be plucking an answer from the air. We did delve into Season 1, 2 electronics way back 3 or 4 years ago, and we have got the designs there, but at the moment we're really focused on getting our 3, 4 done. If we have time, maybe we'll do Season 1 and 2, but there's already some great products out there by other vendors like ZA Electronics, and to be honest, if it's not broken, why recreate it? Next question: are we planning to make scanning lights? Well, as I say, it was actually our very first product, the halogen scanner, way back in 1999. It was the very first thing we sold. So the question begs, why don't we offer them now? Well, the answer's simple. We like to produce the scanning lights, which were very authentic to the show. So they worked off relays, they were halogen, and they gave the absolute look that you saw on the TV. People in the replica business went the extra mile. They went to LEDs for power consumption reasons and for programmable reasons. And there's some great scanning lights out there. And to be honest, people seem to want those more than the lights, which were very much like the original. Our own car, of course, has the original. And if the demand was there, we would definitely offer scanners again. Next question: do we do car PCs and AI? Absolutely, we do, yes. Our own car has AI, and I'll insert a clip now. Hello, Karr. Why don't you introduce yourself to everyone?
Hello, everyone. I'm Karl, the automated roving robot from Knight Rider. I was brought back to life by Steve and Neil after finding me in the desert, and my AI was crafted by Michael Bakari.
And there you can see the AI chatting away. We've got Karr in this particular vehicle, but you can have KITT, you can have Karr, and it's fully working, and they've got cameras in the car. Got one back here, does surveillance mode, and that camera can actually recognize people. It can have a conversation with you. If it doesn't know who you are, it will ask your name. So it's a great thing to have at shows. And the AI in the car is all designed by an amazing guy called Michael Bakari in America, and it's called Character Console, and that is available now. So if it's something you would like, please do get in touch with us at Knights of England, and we'll put you in touch with Michael so you can get character console in your car too. So this question's interesting. If our business ever closes, will you guys that are purchasing the products still be able to get the updates for the electronics? And the answer to that question is yes, because all of the designs for our electronics and all of the software will be open source. When Neil decides he's going to walk away from Knights of England and his time has come, he's already in his 60s now, so he's probably not going to be doing this for that much longer. He's already planned to make all of the electronic designs, all of the programming that he's done, all open source, so people can take that forward and do with it whatever they want. So yeah, we want the legacy to continue long after Neil and myself are still here, and maybe Knights of England is taken over by someone else. What can we wish you for the future? Well, if we're talking about what can you guys wish us for the future, I guess it's just health and to continue doing this for as long as we can. What do we hope to bring you for the future is a complete product range at the most affordable price with the best customer service support anyone can possibly offer. And that's it, guys. That's the end of the interview. So I hope you found that helpful and useful, and you've learned a little bit more about me and Knights of England. If you've got any more questions you'd like to put to us, please do get in touch with us. You can contact us through YouTube. The YouTube channel is Knights of England, spelt with a K, and it's got the number 1 at the end because we couldn't get Knights of England. It had already been taken. And of course, you can find us on Facebook. Just search for Knights of England and you'll find us there. It's been great doing this interview. Thank you so much for the opportunity, and I'll see you again. Bye-bye.
I invite all my followers to come and see me at the Northern Classics Derby. This is the Night Automated Roving Robot signing off.